Have you ever stopped to wonder why some days your mind feels razor sharp and other days it feels like you're pushing through fog? It's easy to blame stress, sleep, or even age, but one of the most overlooked answers is right on your plate. Food is not just fuel for your body, it's medicine for your brain. The choices you make at every meal can either energize your thoughts, sharpen your focus, and lift your mood, or they can dull your memory, slow your concentration, and leave you feeling low. What you eat directly shapes your memory, focus, and emotional balance in ways that most people underestimate. The brain is a living organ that requires constant nourishment, and just like any high performance machine, the quality of the fuel it receives determines how well it functions. Every bite of food you consume is either feeding your brain the nutrients it needs to thrive or depriving it of vital building blocks, leading to sluggishness, forgetfulness, or emotional instability. Science continues to show that food is not just about calories. It is information instructing your cells and brain chemistry on how to behave. One of the clearest examples is the role of healthy fats. The brain is composed of nearly 60% fat, and the type of fat you eat directly impacts the strength and flexibility of your neurons. Omega-3 fatty acids found in foods like wild salmon, walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds strengthen communication between brain cells, improve focus, and even reduce the risk of depression. In contrast, diets high in trans fats or processed oils weaken these connections, increasing the likelihood of memory decline and mood disorders. The difference between thriving and struggling often comes down to the quality of fat in your diet. Another essential element is antioxidants. Foods like blueberries, blackberries, and other colorful fruits and vegetables protect the brain from oxidative stress, a form of damage caused by free radicals. Without antioxidants, these unstable molecules build up and accelerate aging in the brain, leading to memory lapses and foggy thinking. People who consume more antioxidant rich foods consistently show better memory and slower cognitive decline. Even something as simple as adding a handful of berries to breakfast can strengthen mental performance over time. Micronutrients also play a critical role in emotional balance. Leafy greens such as spinach, kale, and broccoli are rich in folate, magnesium, and vitamin K, nutrients that support neurotransmitter production. Neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine are the chemical messengers that regulate mood. When your diet lacks these key nutrients, the brain struggles to maintain chemical balance, which can lead to irritability, anxiety, or even depression. By including greens daily, you give your brain the raw materials it needs to maintain emotional stability. Protein is another overlooked factor. Foods like eggs, lean meats, beans, and nuts provide amino acids, which are the building blocks for neurotransmitters. Without sufficient protein, the brain cannot efficiently produce these messengers, resulting in poor focus and unstable mood. Clean proteins also help stabilize blood sugar, preventing the highs and crashes that often affect concentration and emotional resilience throughout the day. On the other hand, diets heavy in processed foods, refined sugars, and empty calories disrupt nearly every system the brain depends on. Sugar spikes blood glucose, creating bursts of false energy, followed by crashes that impair focus and leave you feeling drained or irritable. Over time, this cycle contributes to insulin resistance, inflammation, and an increased risk of dementia. Processed foods also often contain chemical additives that the brain interprets as stressors, further disturbing mood and memory. The encouraging truth is that the brain responds quickly to better nutrition. Within weeks of eating more whole foods, healthy fats, antioxidants, and clean proteins, many people notice improvements in clarity, attention span, and mood stability. Small daily choices like swapping soda for water, fries for a salad, or candy for berries, create a powerful cumulative effect. Your brain is constantly rewiring and adapting, and the food you feed it acts as both the material and the instructions for that transformation. What you eat is not a small detail. It is the foundation of your brain's ability to remember, focus, and stay emotionally balanced. By choosing foods that nourish instead of deplete, you are actively shaping the way you think, feel, and experience life. Omega 3 rich foods like wild salmon and walnuts strengthen brain connections in ways that are profound and life changing. The human brain is an incredibly complex organ made up of billions of neurons, and the quality of communication between these neurons determines how clearly we think, how well we remember, and how balanced our emotions are. At the heart of this communication are the fats that form the structure of every brain cell. Nearly 60% of the brain is fat, and of that, a significant portion is made up of omega 3 fatty acids. Without these vital nutrients, the brain struggles to maintain strong, flexible, and efficient connections. When omega 3s are consistently present in the diet, the brain thrives, building new pathways and protecting against decline. One of the most powerful omega 3 fatty acids is DHA, or docosahexaenoic acid, found abundantly in wild salmon and other fatty fish. DHA is a critical building block of neuronal membranes, making the walls of brain cells more fluid and resilient. This fluidity allows neurons to communicate rapidly and efficiently, a process that underlies memory, focus, and learning. Studies have shown that people who consume higher levels of DHA perform better on cognitive tests, maintain sharper memory as they age, and even experience lower rates of neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's disease. Simply put, DHA is like premium wiring for the brain, ensuring that electrical signals travel smoothly and without disruption. Walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds provide another key omega 3 known as ALA, or alpha linolenic acid. While the body can convert ALA into DHA and EPA, the process is not always efficient, which is why combining plant-based sources like walnuts with fatty fish provides the greatest benefit. Walnuts, in particular, stand out because they also contain antioxidants and polyphenols that fight inflammation, further protecting neurons from damage. Eating just a handful of walnuts daily has been linked to improved memory and mood, making them a simple yet powerful food for brain health. Omega 3s also play an essential role in reducing inflammation in the brain. Chronic low grade inflammation is one of the silent drivers of cognitive decline, mood disorders, and even mental health struggles like anxiety and depression. Omega 3 fatty acids calm this inflammation, acting like a soothing balm on overactive immune responses in the brain. This helps stabilize mood and prevent the kind of oxidative stress that damages delicate neural tissue. People who eat more omega 3 rich foods consistently report feeling calmer, more focused, and more emotionally balanced. Another important function of omega 3s is their role in supporting neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections and adapt throughout life. Neuroplasticity is the foundation of learning and memory, and it is what allows the brain to heal after injury or adapt to new challenges. By strengthening cell membranes and supporting the growth of new synapses, omega 3 fatty acids help keep the brain flexible and capable of change, no matter your age. This is why diets rich in omega 3s are often associated with sharper focus in children, better academic performance, and reduced cognitive decline in older adults. Beyond the brain, omega 3s improve circulation, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach the brain efficiently. They support heart health, which directly impacts brain performance, since a strong heart and clear arteries are essential for delivering blood flow to the brain. Better circulation means more energy, more clarity and better protection against strokes or vascular dementia. Incorporating omega-3s into daily life is simpler than many realize. A serving of wild salmon 2 or 3 times per week, a handful of walnuts as a snack, chia or flaxseed sprinkled into smoothies, or sardines on a salad, all provide powerful doses of these brain-boosting fats. Over time, the benefits accumulate: sharper thinking, steadier mood, improved memory, and long-term protection against decline. Omega-3 rich foods like wild salmon and walnuts are not just healthy additions to the diet. They are essential investments in the brain's strength, resilience, and performance. Every bite strengthens connections, fuels focus, and lays down the foundation for a brain that remains sharp, balanced, and capable for years to come. Antioxidant-rich foods like blueberries and dark berries protect against aging and stress in ways that reach deep into the very cells of the brain and body. Aging is not only about the passing of years, it is about the gradual damage that occurs inside cells from processes like oxidation. Oxidation happens naturally as the body produces energy, but when it becomes excessive, it leads to oxidative stress, a destructive force that damages DNA, proteins, and cell membranes. This stress is one of the key drivers behind memory loss, foggy thinking, and the breakdown of physical and mental vitality. Berries, especially blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, are packed with antioxidants, compounds that neutralize these harmful free radicals before they can cause harm. By doing so, they act as a protective shield, slowing the pace of aging and preserving clarity, focus, and energy. Blueberries are especially celebrated for their high levels of anthocyanins, pigments that give them their deep blue color and their remarkable protective powers. These anthocyanins have been shown in countless studies to improve memory and delay age-related decline in brain function. They do this by enhancing communication between brain cells, strengthening synapses, and even encouraging the growth of new neurons in areas of the brain related to learning and memory. For someone who feels their memory slipping or struggles to stay focused under stress, adding blueberries to the diet is like giving the brain an extra layer of defense and support. Dark berries not only protect the brain from oxidative damage, they also calm inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a silent enemy linked to many diseases of aging, including heart disease, diabetes, and neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's. The antioxidants and polyphenols found in berries reduce this inflammation, creating a healthier environment for the brain and body to thrive. In practical terms, this means fewer feelings of mental fatigue, better resilience under pressure, and a reduced risk of long-term cognitive decline. Berries also protect the body from the physical impacts of stress. Stress increases cortisol, a hormone that, in high amounts, can shrink memory centers in the brain, disrupt mood, and accelerate aging. Antioxidants buffer this process by lowering oxidative stress and supporting the body's natural ability to maintain balance under pressure. This is why people who eat diets rich in fruits and vegetables often report not only better physical health, but also improved emotional stability and sharper mental performance. Another powerful benefit of blueberries and other dark berries is their effect on circulation. The compounds in these foods improve blood vessel flexibility and blood flow, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach the brain more efficiently. Better circulation means more energy, quicker thinking, and a stronger defense against strokes or vascular damage. Over time, this adds up to a brain that stays youthful and sharp. The beauty of berries is that they are simple and accessible. Adding them to a morning smoothie, sprinkling them on oatmeal, or eating them fresh as a snack can deliver meaningful improvements in brain and body health. Unlike supplements or medications, These are whole foods packed with a wide range of synergistic compounds that work together to heal, protect, and energize. Antioxidant rich foods like blueberries and dark berries are more than just nutritious. They are powerful tools to fight the invisible forces of aging and stress. Every serving sends a message to the brain and body: repair, restore, and protect. In a world where stress is constant and aging is inevitable, berries provide a natural, delicious, and effective way to slow decline, sharpen memory, and maintain resilience. By making them a consistent part of the diet, anyone can give their brain and body the armor they need to thrive at every stage of life. Leafy greens and vegetables fuel clarity and sharpness through essential nutrients that the brain cannot function without. While many people think of vegetables as just a side dish or something to add for fiber, the truth is that these foods are like high octane fuel for the brain. Spinach, kale, broccoli, Swiss chard, and other greens are packed with vitamins, minerals, and plant compounds that directly support focus, memory, and mental clarity. The brain is an organ that consumes enormous amounts of energy, nearly 20% of the body's supply, and it relies on a steady flow of nutrients to keep neurons firing and communication running smoothly. Without these nutrients, thoughts become cloudy, focus slips, and the risk of long-term cognitive decline increases dramatically. One of the most important nutrients in leafy greens is folate, B vitamin that plays a vital role in the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. These chemicals regulate mood, motivation, and the ability to focus. A diet lacking in folate can lead to brain fog, irritability, and even symptoms of depression. Regular consumption of leafy greens ensures the brain has the raw materials it needs to maintain a healthy balance of these mood regulating chemicals, leading to greater emotional stability and mental sharpness. Leafy greens are also rich in vitamin K, which is essential for brain health but often overlooked. Studies have linked higher vitamin K intake with better memory and cognitive performance. This vitamin contributes to the formations to the sphingolipids, a type of fat that makes up the structure of brain cell membranes. Without it, neurons become less efficient and cognitive performance can suffer. Eating foods like kale and spinach regularly helps maintain the integrity of brain cells and preserves sharpness as the years go by. Another critical nutrient found in vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts is sulforaphane, a powerful compound that reduces inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain. Inflammation is one of the biggest contributors to memory decline and poor focus. By calming this inflammatory response, sulforaphane protects neurons from damage and promotes better communication between them. This means improved learning capacity, sharper focus, and stronger protection against age-related decline. Magnesium, another mineral abundant in greens, also plays a key role in clarity. It helps regulate the activity of NMDA receptors in the brain, which are involved in memory formation and learning. Low magnesium levels are associated with confusion, poor concentration, and higher levels of anxiety. By consuming greens daily, the brain receives a consistent supply of magnesium to support balanced and efficient mental performance. Leafy greens and vegetables also provide antioxidants like lutein and beta carotene, which protect the brain from oxidative stress. These compounds not only preserve vision, but also enhance processing speed and memory. They act like shields for neurons, ensuring that free radicals do not disrupt brain communication. People who regularly eat diets rich in these antioxidants show slower rates of cognitive aging, meaning they maintain clarity well into later years. The beauty of leafy greens is that their impact is both immediate and long-term. Eating a nutrient-rich salad or sauteed vegetables can lead to better energy and clearer thinking the same day, while consistent consumption over months and years builds resilience against decline. They are low in calories but dense in life, giving compounds, making them one of the most powerful foods for brain health. Leafy greens and vegetables are not just food, they are tools of transformation. They fuel the neurotransmitters that guide mood, and they protect neurons from damage, and they sharpen the circuits that allow for focus and clarity. Every serving is a message to the brain to thrive, stay sharp, and remain resilient. In a world filled with distractions and stress, the simplest step toward mental clarity may be as close as the next forkful of greens. Healthy fats like olive oil and avocados improve blood flow and overall brain energy in ways that go far beyond simply providing calories. The brain is a highly active organ that demands a constant supply of both nutrients and oxygen to function properly. Without efficient circulation and the right type of fuel, mental clarity begins to fade, memory weakens, and mood can easily shift toward anxiety or depression. What makes olive oil and avocado so powerful is their unique composition of monounsaturated fats and antioxidants, which work together to protect blood vessels, enhance circulation, and optimize the way brain cells use energy. Olive oil, especially extra virgin olive oil, has long been celebrated in Mediterranean diets for its heart and brain benefits. It contains high levels of monounsaturated fats and polyphenols, compounds that reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in blood vessels. By protecting the delicate lining of arteries, olive oil keeps blood flowing freely to the brain. This is improved circulation delivers oxygen and glucose more efficiently, ensuring neurons have the raw energy they need to send signals quickly and clearly. Better circulation also lowers the risk of strokes and vascular dementia, two major threats to long-term brain health. In addition, polyphenols found in olive oil directly shield neurons from damage, preserving memory and learning capacity as the brain ages. Avocados offer a similar benefit as they are rich in monounsaturated fats, potassium, and vitamin E. These nutrients support healthy blood pressure and prevent hardening of the arteries, two factors that directly influence brain blood flow. The potassium in avocados balances sodium in the diet, which helps maintain stable blood pressure and protects the small, delicate vessels in the brain from damage. Vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant, protects neurons from oxidative stress, slowing cognitive aging and supporting long-term brain vitality. Eating avocados regularly has been linked to better problem-solving skills, sharper focus, and improved verbal memory. The role of healthy fats goes even deeper at the cellular level. Every neuron in the brain is surrounded by a membrane made largely of fat. When diets are rich in healthy fats like those from olive oil and avocados, these membranes remain flexible and strong, allowing neurons to communicate efficiently. If the diet lacks these fats, or worse, is filled with harmful trans fats, the membranes become rigid and communication breaks down, leading to slower thinking and higher risk of decline. By consuming healthy fats, you are essentially strengthening the wiring of the brain, ensuring that electrical signals move quickly and reliably. Another important benefit is the stabilization of blood sugar. Unstable blood sugar levels can cause mental fog, irritability, and energy crashes throughout the day. Olive oil and avocados slow the absorption of glucose into the bloodstream, providing a steady supply of energy to the brain instead of sudden spikes and drops. This consistent fuel translates into greater focus, emotional stability, and more sustainable energy levels.
Yeah.
Research also shows that diets rich in monounsaturated fats are linked with lower levels of harmful beta amyloid plaques in the brain, which are associated with Alzheimer's disease. By reducing plaque buildup and supporting healthy circulation, These fats provide long-term protection for memory and cognition. Incorporating olive oil and avocados into daily life is simple. Drizzling extra virgin of oil over salads, using it for light cooking, or pairing it with vegetables provides immediate benefits. Adding half an avocado to breakfast, blending it into smoothies, or eating it as a snack can significantly boost nutrient intake and brain energy. Small, consistent choices like these add up over time, fueling sharper thinking and protecting the brain from decline. Healthy fats like olive oil and avocados are not indulgences. They are essential for brain performance. They keep circulation strong, provide stable energy, and protect neurons from damage. With every serving, you are not just nourishing the body, you are energizing the brain, supporting clarity today, and safeguarding memory for tomorrow. Small daily food choices add up to long-term transformation in brain health and mood because the brain is constantly rebuilding itself based on the raw materials we provide. Every neuron, neurotransmitter, and pathway is influenced by the nutrients or the lack of them that come from the foods we consume each day. Many people underestimate how powerful these small decisions are. A single meal might not seem important, but over weeks, months, and years, the cumulative effect can mean the difference between sharp memory or mental decline, between emotional stability or ongoing anxiety, between feeling energized or constantly fatigued. The brain is not static. It is a living, adaptable organ that responds directly to its fuel. For instance, choosing whole nutrient rich foods like blueberries, walnuts, salmon, and leafy greens provides antioxidants, healthy fats, and essential vitamins that nourish neurons and protect them from damage. Over time, these compounds reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and strengthen the synapses that allow thoughts and memories to form. On the other hand, a diet filled with processed snacks, sugary drinks, and refined carbohydrates constantly batters the brain with inflammation, oxidative stress, and unstable blood sugar. One candy bar or soda may not destroy brain health on its own, but repeated daily over years, it weakens focus, increases risk of depression, and accelerates aging. Mood is another area profoundly affected by small daily food choices. Neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, which regulate feelings of happiness, calm, and motivation, are made from amino acids, vitamins, and minerals supplied by food. A breakfast of protein and healthy fats gives the body the building blocks for these mood balancing chemicals, while a sugary breakfast cereal may lead to a brief high followed by a crash in energy and mood. Over time, these patterns either stabilize emotions and promote resilience or contribute to irritability, anxiety, and even depression. The foods chosen daily literally shape the chemistry of emotional health. Even small swaps make a difference. Choosing water instead of soda reduces excess sugar and hydrates the brain. Replacing fried snacks with a handful of nuts delivers omega-3s and antioxidants. Adding a serving of leafy greens at dinner boosts folate and vitamin K, which support clarity and memory. These changes may seem minor in isolation, but when practiced consistently, they build momentum that transforms brain health and mood over the years. The principle of compounding applies here. Just as small financial investments grow into significant wealth over time, small nutritional investments grow into long-term vitality and resilience. Brain health does not come from one grand gesture, but from daily consistency. Those who commit to making small, intentional food choices often notice improvements within weeks, better focus, more stable moods, and deeper sleep. And as time passes, the long-term protection against cognitive decline and mood disorders becomes one of the greatest rewards. Food is not just fuel. It is information for the brain. Each bite sends a message, either to repair, strengthen, and energize, or to inflame, weaken, and deplete. Small daily choices, repeated faithfully, are the most powerful medicine for long-term transformation. By honoring the brain with the right foods today, we create a foundation of clarity, balance, and resilience that carries forward into the future.